Normally we do this here on Monday, but today is Tuesday, and well, we're here. So Crash of the Titans, a a double feature with the Thing, face off against Human Torch and Gamora, the 3-star version of Human Torch, and I want to say it's the 3-star version of Gamora, but we'll double check and see. Human Torch, red, black, and green user. Red ability is Fireball, cost 8. Deals damage to the target. Destroys 2 red tiles on the board. Then it refunds, 2 AP from those tiles that you destroyed, and that's pretty much the that power there in a nutshell. His black ability is Inferno, cost 10. It creates a circular number, well, it creates a circular attack tiles on the board, so it's a circular shape of attack tiles. Obviously, not targeting team up tiles or tiles that already have something filled in. So charge tiles or special tiles are already up on the board. And then we know what attack tiles do at the end of each turn. They deal damage to you, deals damage to whoever is the person that's in front that makes the last move for the team, the last match for the team. And then also too, this drains AP from Human Torch's opposite color, so that's yellow, blue, and purple. And I want to say it's 30% of those 3 AP pools. All right. Finally, his red ability. Red. We already talked about the red ability. His green ability. This is pretty cheap. It costs 5 AP. And what it'll do, it'll create a 1-turn repeater tile that when it ticks down, it deals damage to the target based on the number of green AP that you have in your AP pool. It does a set amount of damage, a set maximum amount of damage up to the number of green AP that you have. And then when that repeater tile, when you don't have any green AP remaining, then it will it pretty much will do nothing, to say the least. As far as his affiliations go, shouldn't have to go that far. Heroes Fantastic 14, Cap, and Enhance for those that care. Here's the here's Flame Jet. This is a 270. Alright, this is Inferno, but at level 5. And then here's Fireball. And again, it doesn't list the fact that you're refunded AP. Alright, so there's one of the members of the Fantastic Four in a nutshell. Speaking of Fantastic Four members, we got Thing. As I mentioned before, red, yellow, and green. So his red ability is Clobbering Time. It costs 10, and no, I'm sorry, I don't have any excitement behind this Clobbering Time. So, like I said, it costs 10, deals damage to the target, stuns the target for 2 turns. Plain and simple. His yellow ability is kind of irrelevant for the crash, but for those that care about those things, his yellow ability is a passive. If one of his allies, happens to take damage and he's not out in front, then he jumps out in front. He creates some pretty meaty projectiles and then absorbs the damage himself. The power's called Rock Solid. So an example would be if we'll use Thor, since he happens to be up on my screen. Could use Better Ray Bill, we'll use Thor. So if Thor uses her red ability and it happens to deal damage that's above the health pool of whomever whomever Thing's ally would be, Thing will jump out in front, take the damage, create those projectiles, and then Thor will do her thing. Alright? And then finally, Thing's green ability called Yancey Street Special. This costs 12, pretty expensive. Creates, well, deals damage to the target, and then a random diamond shape tile destruction will happen on the board. And why do I say it's random? Because that's what the power description says. It's random. See it. Oh yeah, 4x4 block of tiles, but it's pretty much diamond shaped, to say the least. Obviously destroy tiles don't deal damage, generate AP, deals damage, you know, the usual. Rock solid, like I said. They got a little threshold, boom, 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 creates projectiles, and then it's clobbering time, boom, deals damage, stuns. Support, I mean not supports, but affiliations for those that care, heroes, Fantastic Four, Team Cap, Enhanced, Battle World, because, you know, Secret Wars. Alright, strategy against Human Torch. Deny red, deny green, deny black. The sooner we can get Thing's red ability or his green ability off, we're firing him. So that's in a nutshell. Ooh, cool. Match 5 and an ability that we really can't use. Another match 5. Alright, ooh. Cool. So we're about halfway to firing off Thing's green. Yeah, that's probably an ideal match, I would guess. Black-red combination. Drop. Yeah, that should drop. Yeah, that'll drop down. No, I'd rather grab red. Alright, Flame Jet's active. Too bad we won't be able to see it past this turn here, because he's about to go to sleep. Alright, so there's the first crash done. Got the legendary token. Thanks Alliance for playing as always. Alright, second fight. This one here is against Gamora. So this one here is actually going to be slightly tougher. And I'll explain once we get into the strategy portion. So her green ability is 12, similar to what Things is. But what it'll do, it'll stun 2 random opponents. Alright, since this is a one-on-one fight, this is guaranteed to stun us. So that's going to be one of the more problematic abilities. Alright, her red ability is pretty cheap, similar to Human Torch's green ability. This costs 5, deals damage to the target. Alright, and then her black ability, Most Dangerous Woman, I think that's what it is, because the naming convention is similar to the 4-star Gamora's black ability. But what this ability will do, it will create strike tiles on yellow basic tiles that have Gamora's icon. So that's hers. I think it's the eye with the sword or whatever it might be. And the more the more of those icons that happen to be on the board, and she's got a decent amount of yellow, yeah, that can get kind of sideways pretty quickly. And thanks for the command points. Um, Her affiliations, heroes, Guardians of the Galaxy, Cosmic, Enhanced, blah blah blah. I mean, it doesn't really matter. I mean, it matters, but it doesn't matter. All right, strategy. Like I said, her her red's gonna hit pretty cheaply, so deny red. Uh, Hopefully the fight with you, whenever you do it, you won't have to deal with her green too much. If you do, try to avoid her getting as much green as possible because you don't want to be stunned. Okay, so match green, match red because those are two colors you gotta deny. Uh, Her black again, it costs 12, but if you're a lesser equipped thing and the fight happens to drag out longer and longer and or she happens to get the mother of all cascades with black, yeah. So I'm gonna let all my matches do the talking from here. Sorry about that. Yes, diamonds are technically squares, so yeah. So yeah, there's a 4x4 shape there. Um, but yeah, so while we were going through the fight, I had to show you what her abilities were for the damage wise and all that there. And her black was called Bad Reputation. Yeah, I should have known. Yeah, John, say Joan Jett and the Black Hearts. Uh, as far as pairing folks up with things, one of the things that we commonly did back in the day, to get around the whole rocking a group and Medusa teams, that we would use Thing as to him, uh, the 4-star Deadpool. So this is X-Force Deadpool, and then Captain Marvel. And so what you would do is, if either is it ideally you would want Captain Marvel to go out in front so that that she would take the damage. All right, then after she takes the damage, well, Thing would jump out in front to prevent the damage that would be dealt to her. Then Deadpool would come back with his X Enforcer tile after the damage has been taken, with a 1-turn countdown tile, and then after all the dust settles, and Medusa them have done their thing, the countdown tile will do damage to whoever was out in front, whoever made the match on their team. Then Captain Marvel's passive would activate to strengthen those projectiles, and then you could pretty much go about your business from there. Now, Thing really isn't really doesn't have much of a use. I mean, his red is it's solid for what it does. It's green, again, overcost for what it does. But you know, hey, that was during more more combative times in Marvel Puzzle Quest. Now we got ways to counteract a lot of the shenanigans that were problematic back during those days. Okay, next crash is gonna be against, well, with Magic, and I don't know who her opponent is going to be, but we'll have that up and running sometime during the week. Well, sometime during next week. Also, too, I read that we have Mr. Negative in the game, Martin Lee, which I was saying to myself, I think either when I was reading the clue that they had, or after he was announced, I said, huh, is that with Spider-Man 2 coming up in a couple of weeks, like, yeah, it would be the appropriate time to have a Mr. Negative into the game, because he was one of the antagonists in Spider-Man. Though to be fair, you had a lot of different antagonists in the original Spider-Man. I can't wait for Spider-Man 2. But be that as it may, his power set, it's unique to say the least. Which we'll talk about that there whenever his Welcome to Shield comes around. So I think that's gonna be on Sunday. So I know Monday's gonna be pretty much jam packed with Crash of the Titans and his Welcome to Shield. So that's gonna end the video here. Hopefully it didn't take up too much of your time. If I did, hey, we're gonna get better at that there. Thank you all for watching. Be excellent to your fellow human beings. If you're looking for an alliance, hit us up with the Go for the Head. You know, I'm always actively recruiting. And yeah, have yourselves a great rest of your day. Peace.